We've kind of talked for the last few weeks about the mitzvah of Makkah. I'm going to go on to another mitzvah, and that is we know that the Torah says lo signov, you're not allowed to steal, and that obviously means things like money or property or land. Maybe. But there's also another kind of theft that the Gemara talks about that we don't all necessarily think about, and that is Ginevat Daat, what the Gemara calls the theft of knowledge, the theft of consciousness, the theft of our understanding, our sort of societal understanding, our understanding of others. So basically, the Gemara says that if you do something or say something that makes somebody feel that you're a very good friend of theirs, you're doing something very special for them, but you're really not, you're really fooling them, you're really not, that's usher, that's forbidden, and even some of the Rishonim say that it might be even worse than the theft of money, that somehow giving somebody the false impression of where they fit in among their friends, among society, of who they are and who their friends are, that might even be worse. That kind of theft of one's knowledge of the world might even be, of societal relations, might be worse than theft of money. The classic, several cases that the Gemara has, and the Gemara is very, very clear, you're not allowed to steal the knowledge. You can't do Ginevat Daat, not only from Jews, but also from non-Jews. Very interesting. The Gemara goes out of its way to tell us that. Classic case is the case of the wine barrel, that in the old days they didn't have bottles of wine, they had barrels of wine. And as you know, if you open a bottle of wine and you don't drink it all, the rest often goes bad. It turns into vinegar. And that would happen with barrels of wine. So you had a barrel of wine, I don't know exactly how big it was, if you opened it up for somebody, that was really a great honor, because you're basically saying to them, I'm going to give you a few cups of wine, and the rest is going to go bad, and I don't care, because you're such a good friend that I would let a whole barrel go bad. But some people had an arrangement with the local wine seller that they would open their barrel of wine, take out a bottle or two's worth, and then the rest of the barrel would get sold to the wine seller who sells a lot of wine, and he would be able to sell the rest of it before it went bad. And so you're not really losing any money, but the person in your house who thinks you just opened a whole barrel of wine for them thinks you've done this amazing thing for them. Or the Gemara has another case. Let's say that you brought somebody a bottle and it was water, but on the top inch was oil. And they think that you brought them, and they open it up, they're going to keep it on their shelf for a year before they use it, and they think you brought them a bottle of oil, which was very expensive in the old days, but water wasn't. So you've actually fooled them into thinking you did something really wonderful for them. That's called Ginevat. All of these cases are Ginevat Daat. It's going to be very complicated to figure out, where do you draw the line? How much do you have to let people know? At what point are people kind of fooling themselves? At what point are you fooling them?